So how do we install faster? And one is don't show up to the job empty bulbed. One way that we can do this a lot faster is we can bulb and clip. So when we show up to the job, it makes your life a lot quicker and a lot faster, right? Because if I don't bulb there and I bulb, maybe I bulb at home, maybe I pay my kids to bulb, maybe I pay some stay-at-home mom person to bulb and clip. This can save on average 2 to 3 hours per day. Because it's going to take me, it takes about 1 to 2 hours to do 1,000 feet. Now, within that same 2 hours, I could put up another house there. And also, I'm not paying my employees to sit there and bulb and clip when really they need to be up on the roof. Now, so how do we bulb and clip? Well, it's pretty easy. First off is you can see that these lights are on. And what we do is we take an extension cord, right? And I recommend a garbage can. I do recommend using a garbage can with wheels. It just makes life a lot easier to wheel this around than trying to carry this stuff around. The next thing we can do is we can put a male on the end. Now, I know that we say not to do a double male, but the reason why we're going to do a male on the end this time is so that we can plug it in. Go ahead and give you enough length so that you can plug it into a socket. So put 5-10 feet on here so you'll be able to plug it into a socket. And this way you will be able to start installing with the lights on. Because when we install with the lights on, then if a bulb is loose, we know that it is loose and we don't have to go walking back up that 12-12 pitch to get that roof line, right? And that's not fun. So these are things that we need to do to be able to make sure that we can do this. Again, this is a hot wire, so at the end of here, obviously we don't want to stick our tongue on it because it's going to zap you because it is a hot wire. So when we were working with it, we put our female in. Obviously, if we have our remote, I highly recommend you to have your remote so then you'll be able to turn it off when we are doing this. So, wherever the end of this wire is, there is a socket on it and we do have to be careful with it. So what do we want to do when we start out? First thing, we want to plug it in, right? We're going to plug this in and now we have a hot wire. Next, I always try to take here and get I just put my bulbs in my lap, in my clips, so that way I don't have to go digging for them. And the good thing of it is, when it's freezing cold outside, it's supposed to be next week. Next week it's going to be a high of 33 degrees. The last thing I want to do is outside. And we're just going to take the clip. Again, I like using the best clip. It's probably the best plastic out there on the market by far. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the bulb, right? Take the bulb, slide it in the clip. So when you see the gutter, right, this is going to be the gutter. This is going to slide down the back of the gutter. We always put the bulb in here. So I always say the back of the clip to the back of the socket. So when we put the black air, we're just going to put there and we're going to screw it in. Now the reason why I like to do it with the power on is sometimes we go and we might cross thread it a little bit, right? We put it in like that and that obviously is not working. So this way I know that it is working when I put these down into when I put them into the sockets here. And again, this is a great job for if you have kids that are of age of eating and you need them to do something, this is a great way that we can have them do this. Now, when some people want to get all fancy and put a cone in here and do all kinds of things in this box, but typically all I'm going to do is I'm going to obviously leave this out long enough so that it's going to go down, but then all I'm going to do is I'm going to just sit there and put it in there. Now it is better to have a roller, and DJ took his roller, so I'm having to do this for show, but sometimes you may not have a roller. You can take a broomstick and take your ladder. There's lots of things that you can do to make this easier, but for the most part, this is all I'm going to do. And what we're going to do is we're just going to keep clipping these in there. And as we do this, right, we want to make sure they're nice and tight. We're just going to allow these to sit right down in there. This whole barrel here is just laid right there on top of each other. And then that way when we come to take out, we're just gonna kind of nicely pull them out and they'll pull right out. And it's amazing. That way they're all in there. But see, you can see that this light here is flickering, and that's the beautiful thing about this, because the last thing you want to do is get up on a roof and all you got to do is go like that, and it happens. So this is the great thing about it. Doing it this way, you can just put it in there. I always try to put the end of it so somewhere I can find it so it's not down into the barrel. But again, this is just an easy way. This will save you a lot of time. It will save you a lot of headaches when it's freezing cold outside. And the other great thing is you can listen to, I'm actually going to be listening to an amazing book, Think and Grow Rich. So that way, not only I'm changing my mindset when I'm actually working, and so these are things that you can do also. And if you need any Christmas lights, go check out christmaslights.io. I have everything you need. We have packages. It all comes together. If you want all the bales, females, clips, the 1,000-foot starter pack, I call them starter packs, but it just makes things simple. Again, if you need anything, if you got any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to message me. You can give me a call. I'll put the number underneath here that if you want to, it's best if you text. If you want to call, you can give me a holler if you've got a question. And with that, let's go make some money this year and go make it happen. Again, don't overthink it. I know some people put cones in here. They go in, they come out. One thing I would say is if you want to put a piece of cardboard maybe every 100 feet, that would be great too. But today I'm only putting in 200 feet, so that's why I'm just doing a box, so that way I don't have to do the garbage can. This is 12-inch spacing, this is 15-inch spacing, so that's why I'm not using on this house that we're going to be doing. And so again, with that, if you've got anything, can't wait to see you in my next video. And remember, let's go take action, make it happen, and you can be successful running an awesome Christmas light business. I'll see you in my next video.